Human mind. It was neither in the apple nor in any element at the center of the earth that the law of gravitation was discovered. It was in the mind of Sir Isaac Newton. The falling of the apple gave only a suggestion to Newton, and he studied it in his own mind. The rearrangement of previous thoughts in his mind gave birth to the law of gravitation. No knowledge comes from outside, it is inside. Like fire in a piece of flint, knowledge exists in the mind. Suggestion is the friction that brings it out. The Eastern philosophers always advocated that the goal of mankind is knowledge. We too propagate these days to build up a knowledge society for better living. Knowledge has become fundamental to economic development and technological advancement. The greatest resource of all economic development is the mind. Education is the most effective tool to act as an external suggestion to bring out knowledge stored in the mind. It acts as the friction needed to fire the flint. It gives power to ordinary people to cope with the problems thrown up by life. The more modern the society, the more intricate its problems are. That is why every ordinary person aspires for education. The uneducated parents desire and work hard to get their children educated. They do not want their children to be brought up the way they were. Even uneducated villagers sit before an erudite person to listen with rapt attention to what he says. Education is the instrument through which we look at the universe, interpret it, and experience the world. When we think, it is with specific ideas already filled in the mind. An average person can process up to approximately 60,000 thoughts per day. The thoughts range from mundane daily tasks to deeper philosophical views about life and the world around us. But what is truly concerning is that 75% of these thoughts are negative and 90% are repetitive. The negative thoughts impact our lives adversely. They may result in insecurity, anxiety, and depression. The negative thoughts can be dislodged only by conscientious efforts on the basis of experience and good education. However, some of the ideas are fixed and are inherited by man without any effort. These universal and large ideas of the time are deep rooted in culture, habit, and custom integrated into lives. When people ask for education, they do not merely ask for training or for information or facts, but for ideas that will help them develop intelligent and logical explanations of happenings of the world. People often simply take ideas and follow them. This is more comfortable than to build up one's own unique idea or a value judgment. If the mind cannot bring in powerful ideas, life may appear as a chaos, dull, and disorderly. In civilized society, nobody wants to live an unintelligent life. After all, every human being has a brain and every brain works wonderfully. The quest for knowledge is in everyone. The first dividend of education is literacy. Educated people are enlightened, rational, law abiding citizens and contribute to economic development of the country. But a question often being asked now is why human beings are appearing to be losing their minds. Why are rationality and critical thinking retreating? It was once believed that scientists, teachers, philosophers, economists, professors, authors, doctors, engineers, that is, the erudite persons of society, occupy center stage and set goals for mankind. They are undoubtedly respected as the superior class of society. But the situation has changed radically. The geopolitical movements, coupled with business activities, now come to occupy center stage. Mediocrity has engulfed everything. Mass scale corruption, dishonesty, lies, intrusion into private lives, and atrocities on beliefs and disbeliefs of individuals have reached an alarming scale. People try to avoid propagating rational thinking or logical arguments with the fear that it might lead to a conclusion that will not satisfy their interest. They may lose money, power, or dignity. People feel it necessary to regulate their arguments in such a manner that it will augur well to a predetermined and favorable conclusion. Individuals tend to accept information that coincides with their existing beliefs and reject any new information that contradicts them, although relevant. Finally, if brain power is not allowed to function freely, no innovation will come up and it will stall progress, both material and moral. Please think about this. Thank you very much.